Welcome to Learn Short and Typing with Vikas sir. The Hindu editorial dictation heading is Shore Up the Lifeline. This article is related to मनरेगा वर्क. ये मनरेगा से रिलेटेड आर्टिकल आपका देखो, इसमें हेडिंग में क्या बोला है, फ्रेश फंड्स मस्ट क्लोज द गैप बिटवीन डिमांड्स एंड सप्लाई फॉर मनरेगाज वर्क. इसको हम डिटेल में डिक्टेट करेंगे हम @100 वर्ड पर मिनट्स. Be ready, start. After reports clearly indicated that the states had run out of funds for expenditure on wages and materials for the Manregas, the government announced 10,000 crore in additional funds as an interim measure. Though allocated on this November 5, the scheme's financial statement as on November 25 still showed a negative net balance of rupees 9,888 crore, indicating that the balance sheets were in the red in 24 states and union territories. This means that the fund crunch suffered by the scheme due to high demand and a low budgeted outlay in the union budget for this financial year continues. The high demand is an indication of the extended effects of the pandemic in rural areas and a continuing suffered between lack of funds will hurt any further demand for work in such areas. Besides, of course, is delaying payments for those who have already completed work. The impact of the lockdowns during the pandemic has continued to depress employment levels and rural wages incomes, which is why the Manregas has proven to be a popular avenue for employment and wages. In fact, even during the economic crisis during the pandemic, the rural sector sustained the poor by providing them guaranteed work through the scheme. The delays in payments and the lack of funds have contributed to an estimated unmet demand to the tune of 20% in Bihar, Telangana and Gujarat, according to activists tracking the implementation of the scheme. As the scheme guarantees income for 100 days of work, many households get a reduced number of work days for which they are paid, a situation that should not be tenable. The budget for the scheme for simply fixing a numerical increase from the original budget estimate in previous year is a flawed method. If anything, the outlay must be tied to revisit actual estimate on expenditure for the scheme each year. In the case of 2021-22, the total allocations were 73,000 crore, much lower than the 1,11,500 crore as revised estimates in expenditure in 2020-21. Nearly a quarter of the allocation for the current financial year was also tied to meeting the liabilities from previous years. Clearly, the scheme suffers from a budgeting problem that has hampered its proper implementation despite its popularity, and this needs to be rectified. The union government has done the right thing in continuing till March 2022 its free food grains ration scheme, the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, that was launched as part of COVID-19 relief packages, the fourth such extension. This was an acknowledgement of the need for the scheme to support poor families in a recovering economy. Considering that the Manrega's acts as a robust lifeline as well, it will be prudent for the government to make up the shortfalls in the allocations quickly. Full stop.